YouTube. It's the Old Soldier coming at you from Robeson County, North Carolina. Once again, headed off to work. And it is foggy as all get out here today. I remember when I was a kid, before we left here to go to Atlanta, the fog banks that would roll in sometimes around here, you barely see 5 foot in front of you. I guess it's because where we're located in relation to the coastal plain, that, the precipitation and all that barometric stuff and temperatures. But when the fog hits here, it ain't pretty. It's not terribly bad, but it's a heavy fog this morning. So I think we're going to be in for an early fall here in this part of North Carolina. It's just my gut feeling. Could be wrong, but as active of a hurricane season we've had in the past, it's kind of been an indicator of an early fall. But we shall see. I could be completely wrong on that one. Other developments. If all goes well today, I ought to have the remainder of what I need to get shore power established. Minus calling the power company. When we complete that today, we'll call the power company to come out and hook up, put a meter on, and we will be on shore power. And no more generator duty. Well, I say no more, but the generators will be placed back into a standby role for regular power outages, which would be a good thing. Like I said, going and getting $20 to $40 worth of gas every other day. One, is time consuming, and two, is expensive. It is what it is, though. You got to do what you got to do to maintain. And other things, been going to our neighbors to do laundry up to the laundromat, but I was researching last night. They make these little portable washing machines. Like 12 or 14 pounds of laundry in it, and then you can put about half that weight in the spin basket to spin most of the moisture out. You know, it looks like you still have to air dry a lot of it, but I think I'm going to get me and Mrs. Old Soldier one, just, you know, for our lighter stuff. That way we're not wearing out our welcome with our neighbor. That, it just kind of gives us more of a sense of independence. So. But yeah, we're still moving forward. Hopefully this week we'll hear something from the contractor about pricing. That way we can get a price, and we get the mortgage company to start releasing some money to get the old house knocked down, get the new house ordered, and get everything in development to start getting that new house ready to be put back, you know, put on the property. Kind of already picked out the floor plan and those kinds of things. The drawback is the increased price of lumber and probably other building materials because of this BS COVID crap. Because many of these states that have these supplies or develop these supplies, you know, declared a lot of these workers non-essential. And I was surprised to hear in the news yesterday that California is actually talking about reopening certain businesses like shopping malls. That one came as a shocker. Maybe somebody else could elaborate a little more. I think it was Corsair Trainers was talking about yesterday in his live video. So I was kind of shocked that the left coast do such a thing. Oh my. Here in North Carolina, I'm not going to say people are not doing stupid stuff. Some of them are. But pretty much everybody just, you know, if you walk in and you're not wearing a mask, 80% of the time, people don't say nothing to you. I've been in a couple stores where people, the manager or the cashier, you need your mask on. It's mandatory. And, one store, the lady was real snarky about it, and I just said, well, I'm medically exempt, and then proceeded to grab Mrs. Old Soldier and tell her we're not shopping here anymore. It wasn't because she was reminding us of what the policy was, how she said it. And we went to a Harbor Freight in town, and the lady said the same thing. She was rather polite about it, and I said, we're medically exempt. She said, okay. And that was all it was said. And then that lady went out of her way to help us find things. So, I get it. But what I'm finding for most business owners and businesses, and many of them will admit it, is that not their job to enforce the governor's executive order. However, his executive order, it's got a comment in there that states that the businesses will be held responsible for people failing to comply. But why then did you put a clause in your executive order, Governor Pooper Scooper, that stated if you have a medical condition that precludes you from wearing one, you don't have to? And of course, nobody can ask you. Can't ask you. That's the other thing. My whole point being is that if you feel you need to wear a mask, wear a mask. If you don't. If you're sick, you probably ought to stay home. And if you're sick and you have to get out, then you might want to cover yourself up so you don't spread it to others. I'm still not 100% sold that my saliva can spread the virus as bad as they're saying. That's just my opinion, though, folks. But what me and Mrs. Old Soldier, and I've said this before, every time we go to a store, as soon as we get back in the vehicle, we take out a thick, wet baby wipe and we wash from about our forearms down to our hands, and then wash our face off, and we keep going. And knock on wood, she nor I have caught the virus. The sad part about this part of North Carolina too is if you've got allergies, they will definitely be aggravated on the east coast of North Carolina. Everything from pollen to wood to dogs to cats to squirrels, you name it. There's probably an allergy for it, and you'll catch them all in this part of North Carolina. And so when people's allergies flare up, there's usually two big times of the year, spring and fall. And people's allergies will give them a fit. Now their allergies act up. People are panicking. Oh, it's coronavirus. No, it's just my allergies, dude. It's like my sinuses. That's why I don't like wearing a mask. Can't wear a mask because when I do it, put it across the bridge of my nose, it hurts my sinuses. I've got chronic sinusitis. Nothing I can do about it. And it hurts like the dickens sometimes, especially when my sinuses get clogged. So again, I digress. For those, like I said, that feel the need to wear it, wear it. Protect yourself. If you think you're susceptible or more prone to catching disease and illness, then by all means. But I've found that if I wash my hands every time I go somewhere, and when I get back in the vehicle, so far so good. But the other part is, keeping businesses closed because of this is not right. You're denying people their God-given right to earn and provide for their families. The other thing is worship. You're telling people that you can't go to church, or they can go to church but they have to sit 6 feet apart, and you can only have so many people in your church, but yet you allow protesters to gather en masse and no enforcement of social distancing whatsoever. Kind of two-faced there, Roy Boy Cooper. Yeah, I'm pointing that straight at the governor of North Carolina because he's the biggest hypocrite I've seen regarding this. I don't really keep too much on the other places. I've heard de Blasio and Como are kind of the same way. I don't live there, but anyway. Yep, I'm off on a rant because I got so much on my mind. Where to start, where to talk, what to talk about. I haven't been putting videos out here lately. But hopefully come November, we're going to send Roy Boy back where he needs to go. And Dan Forrest will become our new governor. Mark Robinson will be our new lieutenant governor. If you don't know who Mark Robinson is, he was the gentleman that got up and spoke in front of the Greensboro City Council a year or two back when they were proposing to ban gun shows because they were misinformed on gun shows and being able to buy firearms. The left still seems to think you can go to a gun show and illegally buy a firearm and nobody enforces anything. I hate to tell them that's a big falsehood because I bought 3 guns from gun shows and had to fill out all the paperwork. Had to provide my purchase permits before I had my concealed carry permit for the handguns. Still had to fill out the ATF form for the long guns bought. Okay, they had to be run through a system, check my background. So yeah, Mark Robinson, he's the one that got up there and laid into the Greensboro City Council on that crap, and he just told it like it was, and people appreciated him for it. You need to look him up because he's a well-spoken gentleman. And like I said, I hope he really does succeed at his bid for lieutenant governor. I think him and Dan Forrest would be great for the state of North Carolina. Maybe we can get rid of some of that stagnant trash up in Raleigh that seems to think that the world revolves around Raleigh, Wake County, Chapel Hill, and Durham. They need a reminder that there's the rest of the state too. Because I tell you, some of the resources the state has, it seems like it never makes it down here to good old Robeson County. Granted, Robeson County's got its own issues, but I think the state's dropped the ball on what they can help them with. Again, my opinion. If there's fellow North Carolinians on here that see it otherwise, let me know in the comments below. But anyway, folks, I've rambled and ranted and raved enough. Just trying to get back into some type of routine and normal swing of things. Making life as best we can in the RV. And Wayne, I do appreciate those words of encouragement, brother. I think you're right. Me getting back to work will be a welcome distraction from all the other stuff that's going on, because it's only a couple 3 hours a day that I'm required to be down here. So, and 1, 2, 3 students, as long as they're eager to learn, we're going to give it our best. So until tomorrow, folks, God bless. Take care. Be safe. And remember, freedom ain't free. God bless the old soldier out.